welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and I'm a gorilla in the wrist. Today we are unboxing the first of a number of expected deliveries following the AliExpress 11/11 sale. So without any ado, let's get into it. So let's get into it, shall we? So first up, I have to say, me and sharp objects, really not a good combination. But my wife's got 999 on speed dial, so worst comes to worst, I get to spend Saturday afternoon in an ambulance. Let's see what we have. So, the shock and the horror, and the fact that I'm incapable of using the bladed weapon to open the box. This is going to start to look vaguely familiar. Let's get it out, and ta-da! Who was expecting that then? So, this is a genuine unboxing. I haven't opened this one, as you will have noted from me trying to fumble and get the box open. And let's just... Big reveal. Are we ready? Still not the big reveal. They do like a free 007 NATO strap, don't they? There we go. And... ta-da! Yes, it's the right one. Okay, well that's a fantastic start. So what we have here is the PD1701 Red. This is probably better known as an homage to the Moonswatch, last year's true publicity stunt extraordinaire. It's the PD1701. It's really colourful. It's also really nice. Actually, I'm surprised. The bracelet is good, really decent. I mean, it has a proper scissor clasp. So the basic dimensions for this watch, it's a 40mm dial. It's not horrifically thick. It is a quartz, but it's not horrifically thick. It's around 13mm. The lug width is 20, so you can expect any straps that you fancy. Clearly they've provided me with an extra one, which is good. It's got a domed sapphire crystal. There we go. It has a sapphire bezel, and it has a snazzy red bezel at that. It has the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz Chronograph movement, and my first take is impressed. The bracelet is, you see this, it sort of has that faux 5-link bracelet. So between the middle links and the outer links there is a polished, what looks like a separate 4th and 5th link, but they're not. They're just part of the outside links. But even for that, that's quite impressive. And on the back it has the, what might be thought of as charming and delightful, you can actually see the bloody thing, charming and delightful image of a rocket taking off in space, which I guess for a Moonswatch homage is probably appropriate. It has 100 meters of water resistance. I suspect, let's just check, yeah, screw down crown, it's just about to bite, there we go. But the pushers themselves aren't screwed down, and clearly they're covered. So let's get the wrapping off of this and then just have a quick final look before we give you my initial thoughts. Cue music and much humiliation for the gorilla trying to remove plastic with his massive sausage fingers. So there we go. So I guess initial thoughts, it feels good. It feels like a fairly solid watch. I'm sure there's plenty of labels I haven't taken off it yet, but we'll get round to that. Let's just have a feel of the pushers, get a sense of it. Well, it's a decent click. It does feel fairly solid. They're not screw down as we have with some of the others. So the PD1644 Daytona homage is all screwed down, which actually I think is a bit of a pain in the backside. But good firm response to it. I love the colours, the shiny bezel. I guess I'd have a slight question looking at it initially, which is about the hands, which are very, very white, but I have painted. I've been painted black at certain points, and the other concern with Pagani Design watches is always lume, and my lume torch is currently dead, so I can't test it at the moment. But my expectation for that isn't particularly high. The sort of upper ring of the bezel itself is got a very high polish, but the main body of the watch, whilst it does have a high polished chamfer on it, is actually brushed. As mentioned, the bracelet is a combination of high polished faux middle links and polished, and the finishing isn't, you know what, the finishing isn't bad at all. It doesn't feel heavy. It's decent. What we got on here on clasp itself, there's 3 micro adjusts. There doesn't appear to be any clever on the fly adjustment, and they do look like push pins, but to be honest with you, at the price that I paid for this, that's not unreasonable. So in terms of price, so this was in the AliExpress sale. I think this is the version 3, and I paid about £60 for it. So we'll stick up the other currency prices, but this is the first. I'm quite impressed. I'm just going to sling it on wrist to finish off to see what it looks like. Sorry, I forgot to do the wrist check. Today I'm wearing the Kuraburi beast of a watch. It's lovely, I really like that one. Bit of good news, it fits gorillas. Look at that, that's a very comfortable fit. I haven't had to adjust, although it is on the 3rd micro adjust, the final micro adjust. So if I get it fatter, it might be a problem. But that wears really well. I really like the look of it. I know they've stolen the look from the Moonswatch, but this is really good in terms of the quality of the component parts. Is fantastic. Sapphire crystal, 40mm dial, and that red bezel is a sapphire bezel as well. I mean, they've done pretty well, guys. You know the deal. What we'll do is wear it for a couple of weeks, try and get a sense for what it's really like, and then I'll give you a full review then. Until then, have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for sticking through to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also please leave me a comment. Let me know what your initial impressions of this watch are. Brilliant. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.